Starting out today's video by taking a look at a view that we saw earlier today from our Skycam in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. A very cloudy and overcast day to say the least, and unfortunately, it's going to be the exact same case heading into your day tomorrow, your day on Thursday, and the first half of your Friday as well. For your Wednesday, a backdoor cold front is going to be approaching us from our north and our east. But before we get to that, temperatures are going to be on the mild side for your morning rush. Everybody's going to be starting out in the lower 60s, but that will not be the exact same case as we head past your morning commute towards your lunch hour. Our far northern counties, anywhere from Marion up through Dillon, Bennettsville, Laurinburg, back through Lumberton, you're already going to be dropping down into the the mid to upper 40s, while the majority of our central and southern counties are still going to be staying in the low to mid 60s. Let's bypass your lunch hour towards the first half and the second half of your afternoon. By then, pretty much our whole entire area is going to be anywhere from the mid to upper 40s into the lower 50s across across our far southern counties. Let's bypass your afternoon commute hours into your dinner time hours, and by that point in time, almost our whole entire area is already in the 40s. Let's bypass your Wednesday now into your Thursday. Another very rainy days ahead of us, especially throughout the overnight hours on Thursday into your day on Friday, especially during the morning hours. For your morning commute hours on Thursday, lots of rain is forecasted for our inland and border belt counties, while we may be staying a tad bit more dry across our far Grand Strand or coastal areas. Let's head towards your lunch hour. Pretty much our whole entire area is seeing some widespread to scattered rainfall, but still maybe a little bit more scattered action right across our immediate coastline. But let's bypass that into your overnight hours, into your afternoon hours and your overnight hours. Widespread rain, very heavy possible, anywhere from around, I would say, 9 p.m. on Thursday night into around 3 or 4 o'clock on Friday morning. Another widespread, very heavy rain event is arriving in our area. But thankfully, as soon as we bypass the morning hours on Friday and get into the second half of your day on Friday, a lot more drier air will work into our area, and that'll push all of the rain out of here along with all of the clouds as well. This will be another very beneficial rainmaker, to say the least. Models are forecasting anywhere from an inch of rain upwards to an inch and a half of rain, and possibly an inch and 3/4 of rain. So once again, just more help is on the way to help us climb out of this moderate drought that we have been in over these last few weeks. Now, I want everybody to think about this past Christmas that we just had and how cold it was. Unfortunately, we're going to be getting very, very close to those temperatures as we head into this weekend. A massive part of the polar vortex is going to be dipping way far south, bringing very cold, frigid air to parts of the Northeast, anywhere from New York City into Providence, Rhode Island, Boston, Massachusetts, Hartford, Connecticut, all of those major cities. It is going to be very, very cold, not just for them up there, but also for us here across the Southeast. Our high temperatures this weekend are only going to be topping out in the low to mid 40s. Our overnight lows are going to be dropping down into the mid 20s further inland you head. As far as our coastal areas goes, we'll be dropping down into the upper 20s. So a very cold weekend is ahead, to say the least. Here's your Grand Strand 10-day forecast. Very, very cloudy and unsettled over the next several days. We have a big temperature drop coming tomorrow. Once again, we start out in the 60s for your morning rush before temperatures quickly fall 20 degrees into the 40s as you are heading home from work or from school. That next big rain event arrives on Thursday, especially overnight on Thursday and into your day on Friday. We still are going to be seeing some rain for your Friday morning, but hopefully all that rain should be gone by the time we head around to 1 or 2 in the afternoon on Friday. Lots of sunshine is in the forecast for your weekend. The only downside, once again, is a frigid air mass on the way. Those temperatures, they're going down into the 40s for your high temperatures. Overnight lows are going to be in the 20s and the 30s. Thankfully, as we head past this upcoming weekend into next week, our weather looks much, much better with a lot of dry time ahead. And our temperatures, they will be returning back to normal as well, starting out in the upper 50s for your Monday, but eventually warming back up into the 60s as we head into the second part of your work week. Here's your forecast as you head further inland. Once again, we start out in the 60s for your morning rush tomorrow, but quickly falling into the 40s as you were heading home from work or school. Lots of clouds in the forecast as well for your Wednesday, Thursday, and your Friday as well, with our next best chance of rain coming on Thursday, especially overnight on Thursday and into your day on Friday as well. I do think that we have a pretty good chance of rain for the first half of your day on Friday before eventually our skies do clear as we head into the second half of your day on Friday. Thankfully, much more dry time is ahead for this upcoming weekend. The only downside, a massive polar air mass dropping those temperatures into the 40s for your overnight highs. Overnight lows are going down into the 20s with much better weather returning next week. Keep it here at Liam's Weather for all of the latest information, and I hope you all have an amazing Wednesday.